front of his line. Yep. Bye.
That's what he should be doing full time.
For introductions, these are detectives at the end, Detective Moss, Detective Whitehead, and this is Fred West, the charging prosecutor. You guys all know who I am. I'll let you guys introduce yourselves.
Alicia Miller.
I'm Jeremy Sales.
Jeremy is Alicia's boyfriend and has been here with us and with her through the weekend. I've handed out some kind of prepared statements, and Alicia's going to try and read from that. And obviously, anything that's on there, if we need to go through it again and question it and have her talk to it, that's okay. But anything that's in the charging papers or not in the charging papers, we're not going to address today at any point because this is an ongoing investigation. So, go ahead and start. Tell us why, how you ended up here.
My name is Alicia Miller. In January of 2020, I responded to a Facebook post from a woman named Juliet who said she was a photographer that would take free photos of my newborn baby for her portfolio. I exchanged several messages with the photographer, and she came to my house on three different days to take photos of my newborn. On the third day, the photographer came to my house with her teenage daughter. They brought a bottle of wine and cupcakes that she said she had baked. She offered me a glass of wine, and they pressured me to try the cupcakes. As I ate one, my lips and face started to feel numb. I saw the photographer wiping down her wine glass and other items in my house. My legs and arms started to go numb, and I repeatedly told the photographer and her daughter to leave my house. After they left, I noticed my house keys were gone, and I started to vomit uncontrollably. I called 911, and firefighters came to my house. I went to the hospital and told the doctors what had happened. They tested my blood and told me that my symptoms sounded like that someone would experience if they were exposed to GHB or the date rape drug. When I left the hospital, I contacted the sheriff's department, and they started an investigation that led to the arrest of her and her daughter. Since this happened, I am terrified to be at my house. I don't go anywhere. I don't like being at home. I'm not sleeping. I'm not eating. I carry a machete, a knife, and pepper spray in my house and in my car. I sleep with a knife even under my pillow as a result of this. Just yesterday, I saw someone posting on social media looking for baby. Please, if you do that, have somebody with you at all times. Check the websites, reviews, check to see if they have a business license, ask for references. Just be very careful and trust your instincts.
How did you feel today watching her in court? What was your reaction?
I'm terrified she's gonna get back out. Like, this is my kids. This is my house. She violated that. She violated my safety. Tried to kidnap my daughter. Just seeing her, it's scary. I'm terrified she could come back. Anything could happen. She could be successful next time and take her. Take my other child. Anything's possible.
Alicia, I know it's difficult to talk today, but talk to us. What do you hope comes out of this?
We talked together a lot about this, and one of the things that we want to do is put a warning out there for other people. Don't necessarily trust what you see and hear on social media. Make sure you're not a victim by having a second person with you in the residence. Trust your gut feeling. If something's wrong, you know, if you have two people there, another adult, it's going to be less likely that you're going to be targeted. And that goes with anything, selling rings, if you're going to use the internet or bringing people over. It goes back to the old adage, if it's too good to be true, it probably is.
We appreciate it. I know I do. I would like to know, would you mind repeating me what you're doing for your own personal safety? You're taking some pretty extreme measures. Would you repeat that again for me?
As I stated, that I'm carrying a machete with me, a knife with me, pepper spray with me, in my house even. There's my knife with me at all times. My machete goes with every room that I'm in. My kids have to stay in the room that I'm in at all times, so that way, you know, she came back, I'd be able to protect them. When I'm in my car, my machete goes with me, my knife, my pepper spray.
Alicia, just two follow-up questions based on what you said. You mentioned that she came with the wine and the cupcakes. Did you drink any of the wine?
Okay.
One sip.
Yeah.
Like, literally one sip, that was it. I didn't have anything else.
And did it, but I mean, I'm just wondering, like, did that make you feel weird as well? Or was
No,
it-
I was absolutely fine after one sip of wine. I was perfectly sober, perfectly capable to take care of my children, make decisions. I was not.
We don't believe that the wine is tainted. We believe it's a
Okay,
cupcake,
okay.
that's what they're getting.
Okay,
And
I
was
was.
there,
You're okay.
and that you mentioned the 3 days. I didn't realize it was 3 days. So in the 3 days that she came to your house, before she brought the cupcakes, did you get a weird vibe from her at all?
She was iffy. I mean, she.
As you guys saw, she
I don't know what I
presented, she
could
presented
say.
herself pretty well.
No, I hear you.
And
Can
yeah,
you
she-
let her answer?
Okay,
Yeah.
we're close to being done, so, okay. You're comfortable to answer?
Yeah,
When she
yeah.
becomes uncomfortable to answer, we're gonna be done. So you know that, all right?
Did she say she's comfortable to answer?
No, if she's uncomfortable to answer, we're gonna be done. That's
Okay.
what I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
Well, do you mind answering what it was like seeing her in court today and facing her? I wonder if that was...
I believe I already answered that question.
What they say that mothers have this intuition. You knew something was off. You called for help, and you made sure that you were safe the minute you figured out what was going on. Tell us about that and about how you fought to keep your kids safe.
Once I ate the cupcake, it was pretty instant. Within minutes, I started going numb and whatnot. And I asked her questions, and she gave me an answer that didn't make sense to the cupcake and how I was feeling. As the drugs went into my system, it was progressing worse and worse. And I then reached out to somebody and sent them mine and my children's names, like full names, date of births, everything, and then reported I think she drugged me and like ABCD of what was continuing to happen. So I had that going on at the same time, and then obviously was getting my kids ready for bed, so they were in like my control, and then asking her and her daughter to leave my house.
And you noticed your keys were gone.
My keys were gone, yes.
You were aware enough to realize that she still had access to your house.
Yes.
How did you get them back?
Do I say that? Answer that?
You can
Yeah.
review in my
They're
declaration
in the
support of probable
Okay.
cause contains that
Yeah.
information.
When you asked her to leave your house, did she leave right away?
Not right away, no. I had to ask her to leave multiple times.
Was there ever any confirmation of what the drugs were in your system? I know you said that the hospital...
That's yet to be determined. We got toxology and we have things that need to be done. We're way away from knowing that.
Have you reached out to any of the other moms on the Facebook group who might have gotten a visit from her, and have they expressed any similar circumstances, and are you still in touch?
Other people have came forward. Other moms have had similar interactions, yes.
We have about a dozen people or so that have contacted us through different means that believe that they had contact from her and or she showed up and took some photographs. And that's all part of the information that we're putting together for future as the investigation continues. Our two detectives right down here are working the case, and they're by no means done with this yet. There's a lot to do.
Looking back now, you said that you had met with her 3 times. Was she ever alone with your newborn, taking pictures, or did you get the sense that she was trying to separate you and the baby at any point?
She was never alone with either of my kids, no.
Did she ever say something like, "Oh, well, we'll take care of the baby, you go and hang out by yourself," or something like that?
She had offered that, yes.
What did she offer her?
To have her or her daughter, both of them, watch only my newborn. So not my other child, just specifically babysit my newborn.
And given that you started feeling kind of weird quickly, were you able to confront her and say, hey, did you put something in these?
Again, as I previously mentioned, I did ask her what was in the cupcake. And that is when she gave me an answer that did not fit with the cupcake or what I was feeling.
Can you say what that answer was?
Okay, all right.
I don't know if, no? Okay.
Will you sleep any better tonight, now that she's back in jail?
Tonight, I can have my knife 2 inches further away from me, yes. But will I be able to take a shower knowing that she could bail out and come to my house? No. Will I sleep content? No. Just because she's behind bars, that doesn't give me a peace of mind. She still knows where I live at. She still knows my children.
And we've committed through our victim advocacy program to ensure that if there were any change in conditions, if she were to be released on bond again, that the first people to be notified would be Alicia.
Going back to the communications with this former guy that she dated, are those like evidence in a text message, or is it like him saying this is what he?
I'm not at liberty to.
Yeah, we're not
give
going to
that
go outside the
information
charging
at this point.
papers. Yeah, our detectives are still working a lot of this, and as we get new information, we continue to work it, and, you know, we're not going to let anything happen to you. I know these two won't.
Sorry. Alicia, could you walk us through what she said to try to convince you to eat these cupcakes? It sounds like from the charging documents there were 3 sets of cupcakes and she wanted you to eat them.
I don't know how much I can or cannot say, but there was 3 sets of cupcakes, yes. Each cupcake was called something else. One cupcake I was fine. The second cupcake is when everything happened. That's all I have on that question.
Last question, in your charging document is just EM. Can you spell your name for us? I assume it starts with an E and not an A.
Let's just go with her first name of Elisa. We don't need to put her last name out there. It's Elysia for her first name. We'll leave the last name out, okay? I think we're pretty much done. You guys,
Please.
you done?
Yep.
You girls, if our detectives want to take Lisa
Yes.
back and take you back, and then Fred, if you want to hang out and talk a little bit, just to make sure there's details.
Thank you.
Yeah, could you scoot over to the mics if we're gonna?
Yeah, let's,
with you
I'll,
guys?
Fred will sit right here, and I'll let you do most of the talking to this, and also the prosecutors.
Can you spell that name again, please, Ed?
Elisa, Elysia.